So we're doing something a little different this week. I wanted to give you a sense of how some of our businesses are coming back from COVID. Most every business can reopen now, and a number of them have faced different kinds of challenges and issues as they've done it. But we were visiting with 4 different organizations, 4 different kinds of businesses or members and small businesses to help understand what they did to get ready, how they're hearing from customers as they go through this, what's changed for them, and really the bottom line here is a lot of these companies are making it easy for customers to come back so we can get our economy going again. We're out here at Sequoia Wellness at Neomed today. I've got Andy and Dawn with us here, and they are getting ready to welcome people back and have started to do that already.
We started working on our reopening the day we closed on March 17th. And with our 3 centers, we were able to bring together a lot of talent and experience in working through the details of what it would be like to adapt to physical distancing, capacity issues, certainly cleanliness and disinfecting the facility. And from there, we were able to add on to the list and determine what would be best for our members in minimizing the risk to them. And as a clinically integrated medical fitness center, we are best suited to be able to do that.
Starting when members walk in the front door, they are now greeted by one of our staff, and that staff member will take their temperature. Any temperature over 100 degrees, they cannot enter the center. In addition to that, they have to answer 3 COVID-19 symptoms questions. If they answer yes to any of those questions, again, they cannot enter the center. After they go through the questions, they're required to use hand sanitizer, and then they can check into our facility and enter. Upon entry, there's a lot of things within the center that they'll see that are different. So we've moved a lot of the equipment around to ensure that appropriate distancing. We also have several areas that are closed off or unavailable to members per state guidelines, or just to make sure we can keep them safe and maintain distancing. So some of those areas include steam room and sauna are closed. Our gymnasium is closed down for group activities. So those are some of the things that are closed down to members.
So as I walk around here, I look at everything that you've done, and I've got a daughter who likes to work out, and I wonder how her gym's going to handle it. I hope they do as well as Sequoia Wellness here at Neomed. Thank you for the work you've done to get people back. It's important to you, and it's important to all of us, right?
Absolutely, and we appreciate hearing that. I know that I've done everything that I can, and our staff have worked diligently to do everything in our power to keep members and staff safe.
Thanks to Dawn and Andy for your time today, and we're going to move on to our next stop. So I'm with 2 Live Music. We're on Vernon Odom in Akron. And we're here to talk to them about their retail shop and how they got that going again. So I'm with Norma and Victor Hurd, husband and wife here, owners of 2 Live Music since 1991. Mm-hmm. So you guys reopened. What were some of the biggest things you had to do to get going again?
Well, the main thing was to get that signage up, get in here with tape measures, mark off for the social distancing, and to make sure that we had gear, make sure we had masks and we could offer masks to the customers, just to be in code with the health department. And about every hour, I'm going around the store and the highly touched surfaces, I'm disinfecting them, the front counters, like our lottery station over here, I'm hitting the front door handles, the entrance and the exit. So we're just trying to do the best we can on maintaining as much cleanliness as possible.
What would you tell other retailers about getting started? What's important to consider? How do you want them to think about it?
We all need to be open. We all have bills we have to pay. But take it serious. I mean, we know people personally who have suffered from this virus. It is real. The last thing you want to do is get sick or get one of your customers sick, because then that undermines everything.
It's been great. Most of the people who come in and say, "Oh, I'm so glad you're open again.
Yeah.
We miss you guys so much."
It means a lot.
Yeah, it means a whole lot.
Well, we're glad you're open again too. That's what it's going to take for us to get things going, is get people back, get customers back in the store, right? And let people know it's okay to come out. These guys are doing everything they can to make it a safe experience, and they're just looking for a little cooperation from their customers.
Yes, it's the truth.
Norma, Vic, thanks very much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
I also want to say thanks. I was able to buy a mask here in my brand colors here for GAC. This looks a lot better than the last one I had on.
He looks great, guys.
Now we're with Candace here at Positiveness Salon on South Hawkins. You guys opened up right when you could. Long hours, I bet, over the last week or 2?
Yes, it has been long hours for me. So I'm just now getting to my regular schedule, just catching up with all my regular clients, giving them their time to get in and loan, and try to get the feel of how we're keeping everybody safe.
Well, so, one of the things we all experience, right? There's lots of things that we were inconvenienced by, but our hair was starting to get really long and out of control. So it was one of the first things I know a lot of people rushed out to do.
Yes.
So when we came in, you had us do a check-in procedure. What are you doing with your customers when they come in?
So first of all, we have a table directly at the door with a sign telling every client that if they feel sick, not to get serviced. We have hand sanitizer at the door. We have masks. A lot of people wear those nice masks, so they don't want to ruin their mask with color. So we do provide disposable masks for them at the door. We provide gloves at the door, and we take temperatures. And we record everybody's temperature that comes in the door.
And how have folks reacted to that? People have been okay with it, pretty much?
Oh, they love it. I think anything to assure them that we're taking the safety precautions. I think they love it. A lot of people just really don't want to wear masks, and I just tell them my advice is to just not think about yourself. Sometimes it's not just about you, but it's about considering others that are afraid and that are taking it serious. I just think that you should just consider other people, and that's just all I say. Just it's not about you, it's about everybody else. So.
Well, thank you, Candace. Thanks for getting us all looking good again and being available for all your customers to come back.
Yes, thank you.
So now we're with Patty at Release Yoga. Now, how would you do yoga and socially distance? So we're going to learn a little bit about that here. But Patty, tell me about some of the things you've done to kind of get reopened and get going again, and at the same time manage all the issues with COVID.
Sure, absolutely. So we started planning pretty much as soon as we closed, thinking through different scenarios. What's interesting is we offer multiple services such as massage and skincare in addition to yoga, and those fall under different licensing agencies in the state of Ohio. So we had to pay attention to the changes within those different services. There were a number of things I had wanted to institute for some time now. For example, we've never had a no-show cancellation or a late cancellation policy. We were pretty lax with that. This gave me an opportunity, quite frankly, as we had to reduce class sizes by almost 2/3 to put those policies in place, which helps the studio financially and, more importantly, encourages our students to come to class.
Before each class, after each class, we do a cleaning. We clean the floors. We wipe down any surfaces with an antibacterial, wipe or spray, whatever is appropriate, even down to the dials, the doorknobs, and
It's
all of
important
that.
because people come in here, they work up a sweat, that kind of stuff, so you gotta really keep it clean.
So I've been staying in close contact with the medical board and all their policies and changes, and one of the biggest things that we changed is I do either make my therapist wear a lab coat or change shirts between each session.
Okay.
I've also put a vinyl barrier over top of the table and the face cradle, so there's nothing that can get through there, and we wipe everything down before and after each client. All the laundry stays here. It gets done before we even leave our shift.
So one of my main concerns with coming back was how clients would approach me with a difficult question about policies and their feelings of comfort, like in and out of the classroom. What I've seen is a lot of positivity, which has really calmed my mind with coming back, so that's great.
So what do we see today? A few things. Signage is important. Giving visual cues to people to let them know how to sign in and how to get going. Following the procedures, making sure that people who are sick don't come into your establishment. Also, communicating with your customers, helping them understand what you're doing to make your organization, your store, your service safe for them. That's really important to customers. But also dealing with your employees and making sure your employees are safe as well. We also know that a lot of entrepreneurs are using this as a chance to do some new and different things in their business while they tried some new things during COVID and putting some new practices into place after. So all in all, our entrepreneurs are adapting, our businesses are trying to move forward, and it's time to support them, time to get out and help them get back on track so we can get our economy moving again. It's going to be safe, it's going to be fine. Just follow the protocols and take it seriously. It's going to be with us for a while, so we want to make sure that we can keep our businesses operating now and in the future through COVID-19.